Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Fiendish Friday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know it's an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review, so I hope you keep that in mind. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, which is just a narrator, your director, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for where you can watch this for free, a link for where you can support the channel if you'd like. So with all that said in mind, let's get on to the film of the day, and today's is a doozy. Oh my God, it is definitely not one for everyone. I watched it twice, just so I could get a better feel of it, just because it is only 11 minutes and 50 some seconds, so like 12 minutes long. It's not a very long one. So I'm gonna try not to jabber too long on this. But it's a very interesting mini short documentary done by Bazz, Hancher, narrated by Mike Lima. Basically going over the discussion of cannibalism, more importantly, cannibalism of aborted fetuses. Very interesting topic, very disturbing, that is for sure. Definitely something that is going to stick with you for a very long time if you do happen to watch this. If you don't watch it, I do not blame you. It is definitely not for everyone. This is for my very select few to watch the actual film itself. It's very shocking, very dark, very grim. So basically what we go over, it talks about how in modern society there's been people that have eaten baby fetuses as forms of art, down to the degree of even by purchasing dead fetuses, just for the sheer fact that they can consume something of such a exotic nature. It is very it's a very hard watch if you are not a seasoned veteran like myself. I personally, I was able to get through this with ease both times. It just really, it has parts of it that are very, that you could believe its argument for the fact that it does exist. And then there are parts where it does get slightly ridiculous with it brings up the whole Alex Jones PepsiCo conspiracy that they are using aborted fetuses as a form of flavor enhancer for their sodas, along with Campbell's, and I forget which other. I think Kraft was the other major one that they mentioned. It was like three big major companies they mentioned, and I believe Kraft was the third. But they talked about how they used the fetuses as flavor enhancers, and that part, I'm not gonna lie, I've heard that conspiracy before, so it was nothing new to me. Granted, this documentary was made back in 2015, so it is almost 10 years old. It's coming up on its 8-year mark, or I mean 9-year mark here very soon. So it is definitely some stuff that I have heard of before. And then you have a section of it where it talks to two different British blokes that are talking about how they have tried they've consumed the aborted fetuses on separate occasions. One where he's talking about how he goes visits. I believe it was China or it was some Asian country that he visits on a regular basis. And he was there with a very important client of his, and they consumed the fetus, and you can tell which by the way they blur out the people that the two people that are the two English fellows that are talking about consuming the fetuses. You're unable to see them. They even go to the point too with the first guy that they even distort his voice, and he even you can tell is repulsed by the fact that he consumed such an object. Because he even says, "Oh, I don't want to talk about it anymore," and they end the interview with him right there. Granted, these interviews are very short and brief. The second one goes in a lot more depth. He talks about how he's a middleman of these fetuses, and he fetches a hefty amount of euros for them. I think he said 7,000 to 8,000 euros. A nice hefty amount, enough to afford him the luxury of trying the fetuses, which it shows him preparing one in a chicken stock, chicken soup type of chicken noodle soup type or kind of setup going on with it. And then it goes into him where he talks about how he's able to afford it, and then how they come from China, and they are shipped in, and they only ship in about 100 a year, he said. And because they have to ship them in through various other objects such as handbags and other various items. I just remember handbags being the first thing that he said. But it's very interesting how it goes into that. And then it even talks about the cannibal craze of the Italian films of Cannibal Holocaust and Cannibal Ferox. So it definitely covers a wide basis. Even goes into the war torn countries of Africa. Most importantly, where is it? Where General Bucknick it is located. I forget exactly which country it is. It's by the Sierra Leone area. That's all I remember. It's not in Sierra Leone. It's not even in the same country, but it's over in that same far western coastal country that's right next to it. But either way, very, very harrowing, deep, dark stuff. As far as what I like my films to meet, audio gets an A. It meets every aspect of it. You never are once going, "Oh, I never misunderstood what is being said." It's delivered very well. There's no audio issues. No, granted, I even had to watch it on an old archive on YouTube, which is the link where you're going to have to watch it. Which it's not safe for work, folks, so I shouldn't have to tell you that. But either way, it's not safe for a lot of people. But the audio still was good enough to where I understood everything fine and didn't have to rewind it to rewatch to re-listen to something that was being said. So it gets an A on the audio. Now on to dialogue. Dialogue is where everything is. It has very, very good dialogue written out by both Bazz and Mike. They both came up with a very good script to read off of while they made this very interesting documentary, shockumentary, I should say. It definitely is very articulate and has a very nice delivery on the dialogue. So it's very good on the dialogue. So I'm going to give it an A+ on that. Now on to editing. Editing is I'm not going to really come down on it at all because there's nothing that I see that doesn't make sense. I think the editing is fine. It is cut together very smooth. It works by the formula of what a documentary or a shockumentary should go by, and it sticks to it very well. Granted, I wish it was longer. That's my only real problem with this is it could have been easily 30 minutes, and I would have been a much happier person in the long run. So it's going to get an A on editing, and its final 1 through 5 rating that I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. And that is just based on the fact that if it was longer, it would bump up to that 4. I have a feeling because I wanted more with this, even with the silly Alex Jones stuff. I still wanted more. It's just such an interesting taboo topic that it really sticks to you, and it really catches your attention very well. So Bazz and Mike, you guys did a fantastic job with this. Granted, the content of it is very, very hard to watch, and is what I would say a little gross in places, but like I said, I'm a seasoned veteran, so this was nothing that scared me away or made me feel repulsed or grossed out in any way, shape, or form. So definitely for my seasoned veterans only, check out Cibo Di Violenza, Food of Violence. It from 2015 from Bazz Hancher. It is well worth your watch if you want to see something very shocking and in your face, and it will definitely deliver on all those aspects. So all right guys, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always, love your faces and peace.